Hey, this is Dennis. It's Wednesday. I want to get back in the Bible study and hopefully we won't be interrupted by the dogs. There's some people doing some work out there and Bella's periodically wanting to bark. Hopefully she won't. We're in the book of John, chapter 2. We're going to start at verse 1. And the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the marriage. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus said unto Jesus, they ain't got no wine. They have no wine. They've done run out. But what King James says here, Jesus' mother says they have no wine. Jesus said unto her, Woman, what have I to do with thee? Mine hour is not yet come. He's like, it's not time, Mama. It's not time for me to be doing a bunch of miracles. His mother said unto the servants, Whatsoever he said unto you, do it. I'm thinking Jesus' mother knew that Jesus was not an ordinary man. And it doesn't say it here, but I'm wondering if she had seen him do some miraculous things before. She's like, look, whatever he says to y'all, do it. And there were set there 6 water pots of stone. So there were 6 pots made out of stone, after the manner of the purifying of the Jews, containing 2 or 3 firkins apiece. And I looked that up. A firkin is 9 gallons. So each of those pots could contain 2 or 3 firkins, which one firkin was 9 gallons. So I just multiplied that times 2.5. I took it down the middle. And there were 6 pots, so I multiplied that times 6. Came out, they would hold 135 gallons. Jesus said unto them, Fill the water pots with water, and they filled them to the brim. And he said unto them, Draw out now, and bear unto the governor of the feast. And they bare. When the ruler of the feast had tasted the water that was made wine, and knew not whence it was, he didn't know where it come from, but the servants which drew the water knew, they knew where it came from. The governor of the feast called the bridegroom, and said unto him, Every man at the beginning does set out the good wine. Right out the gate, they put out the good wine. And when men have well drunk, when they've drank a whole bunch of wine, then that which is worse, they bring out. But thou hast kept the good wine until now. You brought out the good stuff now. 135 gallons of it, that's a lot of wine. And I think I ain't talking about grapefruit juice. I'm talking about wine. And I know in today's time, that's normally around 12% alcohol. It's got some alcohol in it. It's called homemade wine. This beginning of miracles did Jesus in Cana of Galilee, and manifested forth his glory. He was showing out his glory with this miracle, and his disciples believed on him. Well, I guess one question would be, well, did Jesus and the disciples drink a little bit of that wine? It doesn't say right here. But it's just my opinion. I'd say, yeah, they probably drank some of that wine. Now, did Jesus get drunk? And I'd say no. Because I read in the Bible where Jesus himself said, be thou not drunk with new wine. Don't be getting drunk. But I will show you a few things here. One's Matthew 11, chapter 19. Verse 19. Matthew chapter 11, verse 19, and Luke chapter 7, verse 34. Let's turn over and look at that. And this is Luke. Verse 34. This is Jesus talking. The Son of Man is come eating and drinking, and ye say, Behold, a gluttonous man and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. We hear the scribes and the Pharisees were calling Jesus a winebibber. Here's the one in Matthew, verse 19. This red letter, Jesus talking again. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Behold, a man gluttonous and a winebibber, a friend of publicans and sinners. And I'm sure those scribes and Pharisees, they saw Jesus sit down, probably at lunchtime or supper, and drank a little bit of wine with his meal. Oh, look at there. The winebibber. He's a drunkard. He's a winebibber. Well, that's my thoughts on it. Well, God bless y'all. Walk with God one day at a time.